Hello and welcome back to Underdog Investing. So today I'd like to talk about NIO. Firstly, I want to go through the stock price and why we've seen an increase in the stock price over the past trading day. And then I'd like to go through some of the reasons why I'm personally very bullish on the stock in the long term. Now, before I jump into the video, I'd be grateful if you can smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for future updates. So starting with the stock price, we can see that NIO finished on Friday the 22nd of January at $61.95, and that's a 6.2% increase in the stock price over one trading day. Now if we look at the next article, we can see why this was the case. So NIO stock leaped over 5% on Friday after Nomura initiated coverage with a buy rating. Analyst Martin Heung called NIO the heir apparent in China's electric vehicle world. The analyst gave the company a price target of $80.3, implying a potential 30% upside for the name. Now, if we have a look at some of the reasons why they feel this way, so they think that NIO are basically taking a Tesla-like top-down approach when it comes to selling their EVs. Now, NIO initially started off by selling more expensive and luxury vehicles such as the Model ES8, similar to how Tesla was selling the Tesla Roadster and the Tesla Model X. And once the company has built a runway for profitability, it plans to transition to selling more consumer-friendly models and variants like the ES6 and EC6. And finally, with this article, we can see that NIO currently boasts 13 buy ratings, 7 neutral ratings, and 2 sell ratings from analysts with an average price target of $61 per share. So you can see that Wall Street are generally very bullish on NIO as a company. Now I'm going to talk a bit about some of the reasons why I'm personally very bullish on the stock in the long term. And a lot of these reasons probably will seem very obvious to you, but they're just some of the reasons that keep me highly convicted in the company, especially during the short-term volatility. So it keeps me level-headed and stops me from panic selling when we see large dips. So the first one is that China wants new energy vehicle sales in 2025 to be 25% of all car sales. So that's an extremely large number. And just to give you an idea, we can see here that China sold a total of 28 million cars in 2018. So if we just imagine, let's just say that China sell 30 million cars in 2025. That means that it's 25% of 30 million cars. That's around 7.5 million cars being EV sales. So that just gives you an idea of the addressable market when it comes to electric vehicles in China in the future. So that's the first reason why I'm very bullish on NIO in the long term. Moving on to the next reason. So we can see here, NIO Motors has Chinese government support. Now, let me just read this part first. So government subsidies have encouraged EV startups such as NIO to enter the market with ease. The company's alliance with JAC, a state-owned automobile manufacturer, has proved pivotal to its success, allowing it to enter the market without having traditional manufacturing experience. Under the arrangement with JAC, NIO supplies raw materials which are then used to produce vehicles in a JAC-owned factory in Hefei. In exchange, NIO pays JAC on a per-vehicle basis. So what this means is that the company, JAC, is basically the manufacturer for NIO vehicles. And JAC are government-backed. So they're basically backed by the Chinese government. So the Chinese government actually have an incentive to ensure that NIO as a company succeeds and does well. And that's something that is extremely good, personally, I feel, for the company in the future, because they've got an incentive to make NIO work. Now, if we just have a look and compare it to the smartphone industry, this just gives you an idea of how the Chinese government make their own companies do really well. So if we just have a look at the smartphone industry, so the global smartphone market share, if we have a look on the right-hand side, you can see that in Q4 of 2019, Apple had 18% market share globally. Samsung had 18% market share. Huawei had 14% market share globally in the smartphone market. Now, if you move on to this next part, you can see that this is the China smartphone market. And you can see that in Q4 of 2019, Apple only had a 14% market share. They've only put down a 0% for Samsung. But if we have a look at Huawei, the Chinese-owned smartphone company, it has a 35% market share in China. Now, if we compare Tesla and NIO to the smartphone market, I kind of see Tesla as the Apple, where they are likely to dominate globally. But then I also see NIO as the Huawei, where they don't really dominate globally. They do well, but they don't dominate globally. But in their own country, so China, you can see that they're clearly dominating and only growing the market share. So that's what I see with NIO. I see them doing extremely well in their own country, and that's just going to push the stock price up personally. That's how I see it. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, I'll be grateful if you can smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below about what I've just mentioned regarding the smartphone market, the comparisons. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you found it useful in any way, I'll be grateful if you can share this video. Thank you so much.